After all, you are a mercenary. You have your own goal on finding the vault, but it is important to do as many quests as you can as you go along. And this is for two reasons. One, it gives you a greater context of Pandora and what's going on, and two, Pandora is a ruthless place, and if you aren't prepared, you're not going to survive. Borderlands is broken up into major quest zones, smaller subzones, and even a couple of small dungeon-like zones. I mentioned one earlier in the video when going to get the key to get into Sledge's safe house. There are plenty of side quests to do in each of these zones, and they net you XP and the aforementioned extra gear and loot. Usually, side quests are just extra to pad out game time. The same can be said for Borderlands, except for a few instances. In a couple of the bigger zones, you'll find side quests to pick up audio logs from Patricia Tannis. These are your first introductions to her, and they're a good way of world building. Each log contains a snippet of Tannis' time here on Pandora, and it follows her journey to researching the vault, discovering the artifact, and eventually piecing together that the artifact is actually a key, and that the vault only opens every 200 years. Thankfully, these side quests are sprinkled throughout the game, so they add more depth the further you progress the main story. After you leave the Arid Badlands, you'll find a side quest that leads you to one of Tannis' old dig sites, and it's here where we get a small taste of what we would eventually meet at the end of the game. Descending into the site, we notice tall, alien-like structures, and once we go deep enough, we are set on by strange creatures. Aiming at them brings up their name, revealing that they are Iridian Guardians. On your first playthrough, you might not think anything of this, but looking back, this was a great way to reward players for going out of their way to do the side quest.